So this came out yesterday. Donald Trump, speaking with the press from the Oval Office, talked about the release of not only the January 13th assassination attempt, but also the assassination attempt that happened just 2 months later in West Palm Beach when Ryan Routh was caught at Trump International Golf Course. If we could, let's play the first, well, let's show the news article. This is Fox News. Trump says he'd be willing to release reports on assassination attempts against him, says it could be suspicious. And in the clip, what he goes on to talk about, and I wanted to know if you guys were familiar with this, apparently Thomas Matthew Crooks, the 20-year-old shooter.
Say his name right, Rob.
That's right. I'm sorry, I dead named the dead
American
guy.
Legend.
He is the guy that was involved in the Butler shooting. When he was found, they found three phone apps, 2 foreign, and questions about his involvement and his parents' representation with a highly established law firm in Pittsburgh have caused controversy regarding the July 13th shooting. Did you guys know that they were found with multiple cell phones? I had no idea.
Both of them? So wait, did Ralph have 6 cell phones?
So Ryan Routh had 6 or 7 phones. This is according to
Why?
Trump.
Who the fuck? Like,
with some strange
Ryan Routh was
markings.
the guy in the golf course that went to Ukraine?
Yes, the Ukraine.
Don't we have an image of him?
I don't know if we
Go to the Ukraine commercial.
Let's show the video. Here's Trump in the Oval Office. This is yesterday where he talks about releasing the reports regarding both assassination attempts.
It's been 7 months. Why do you think we don't know more about the guy who shot you in the ear?
Yeah, well, and the second one with all of his cell phones. So I want to find the answers. I've told them. In fact, today I said, I want to find, we can no longer blame Biden for that one. He should have released that a long time ago. So they are giving me a report next week sometime, and I do believe I'll be releasing. I want to release the report. A lot of people have asked that question. You had one who had 3 apps, 2 of which were foreign, supposedly, and who has the biggest white shoe law firm in Pennsylvania, even though they don't live in necessarily a white shoe area. What's that all about? His law, the law firm. The other one had 7 or 6 cell phones, and I don't have 6 cell phones. And why would somebody have 6 cell phones? So we're going to be releasing a report on that soon, Peter.
But based on what you're saying right there, the lack of information and the data points that you just gave, does that make you think that there's some part of there's some bigger...
It could be. Well, it makes other people think that. It makes me think it a little bit too. I say, when you have 3 apps and 2 of them are foreign, and you had an FBI that wouldn't report on it, they didn't want to say why, I would say that could be suspicious. And then on the second assassin, you had, and by the way, I have to tell you, Secret Service did a great job on that.
Finally.
By spotting him. But on the second one, he had 6 cell phones. That's a lot of cell phones. And a couple of them had some strange markings on them. So, yeah, I want to find out, and I would be willing to release it. I mean, maybe there's a reason that we shouldn't, so
maybe
I don't want to get too
Why?
far ahead of
Ukraine's involved?
my skis, but yeah, I would be very willing to release that. I'd like to see it. I want to see it myself.
We're being dicked
Not
around
only you,
right
I
now.
want to see that one myself.
I like that word.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that one myself.
And not to cut you off, but guys, if you think about it, Ryan Routh trained in Ukraine. Like Trump coming in would have cut off exactly what he's doing right now. It makes kind of sense if you think about it. If this was a movie, take out the guy, hire this psycho that's trained here, have him go to the golf course and get to this guy, bro. He got close to Trump, who was golfing, bro. If you think about it. And then the other guy, Thomas Crooks, bunch of cell phones, walking around, pointing, and it's almost as if the Secret Service and the cops are like, go work. Like, dude, they tried. The fact that he's sitting in the White House right now alive after he was shot is mind-boggling,
God's work.
Oh, my God. God's work. Yeah, God's work.
And one of the things that Trump had mentioned during that was, did you guys know that the parents of Thomas Crooks, Matthew and Mary Crooks, hired high-profile legal representation out of Pittsburgh, a company, a law firm called Quinn Loge, a Pittsburgh-based law firm. They're actually recognized as one of the top 50 lawyers in Pittsburgh. The firm has consistently appeared as in respected legal publications such as Super Lawyers and Best Lawyers in America. But what's super weird about the Thomas Crooks situation is his parents' reaction. Okay, they hire an attorney. That's not that odd because, okay, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to speak with you. There may be investigations into the knowledge you have had about your son. But what's super interesting, Vinny, if you remember this, when there were reports that the entire family from Thomas Crooks' home was wiped clean.
Yes.
Right? Like all the way down to the silverware was spotless.
Yeah,
Like they said it was
Remember
almost
that
like a
lady that
medical
walked in?
examination room. What's that?
The lady that walked in after the shooting.
No, that was a terrorist thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the guy that did the New Orleans. You're getting your
mixing
terrorist
sides.
attacks
You're terrorist.
confused.
Together, brother.
It happened.
But what's
all good.
super interesting about the family is that the family actually, if you see photos of the family, they look disheveled slobs. They're
disgusting.
Yeah, that are
Like on Hoarders. You would see them on Hoarders.
Exactly.
Maybe we can see a photo.
guys,
we will.
Adam-
2027. So yes, but here's the thing: these guys are actually rich. The family's making around $310,000 a year just based on the father's work. And when I say rich, that's Pittsburgh rich, right? $310,000 a year in
That's
Florida
$10
doesn't
million
go far.
in Miami.
It does, yes. So
You own the Steelers.
but what's super interesting is that the family doesn't talk, right? The parents refuse to have any type. Humberto's doing a walk
He
off.
has to take a dump.
Okay, Jesus.
Megan's going to take a dump, guys.
And now
He'll be
he's
back.
trying to squeeze through the cameras. Okay.
Why didn't they just come in?
Oh, somebody's there.
Hello?
What happened?
Is it Ryan Ralph?
What
Oh,
the hell is going?
okay.
Is this something for
He would've
Adam?
walked
Guys,
in.
this is 100,000th episode. We're just shitting all over the bed. Fucking
We had the biggest fucking guy.
guys.
Try to
like,
fit through.
There goes the camera.
Unbelievable.
Lighting is getting knocked over.
Look at this. Oh,
'Cause
Adam,
the diva
guys,
needed tea.
Adam, the diva needs tea because he had 100,000 subscribers because he's
I'm
here.
just
I
trying to be
mean,
nice.
would have been
all
good
right?
if our production guy walked in rather than
No, what else? You
Yeah.
can't get
fucking
in. All right, Adam,
offensive
sorry.
lineman
Rob,
producer.
I'm trying to spill the
fucking
tea, and
squeeze
he's busy
through.
disrupting.
So, Rob,
two
so, Rob,
teas?
so the parents are slobs.
So
They're
the
making
parents are
300
slobs,
grand.
but here's the thing: they only leave the house to go
How do you know
grocery
the
shopping.
parents are slobs?
You see photo. Well,
Have you seen the what? Yeah.
So the parents only go grocery shopping. Their behavior's very odd after this. They go at 3:00 in the morning. Is the only time they leave the house to go grocery
like the
shopping.
burbs.
Hold on, Rob, before you continue.
yeah.
Are you telling me the parents of a Trump shooting deranged weirdo might also be weird?
They're even weirder than
Wow.
him. According to the neighbors,
Go on, Rob.
the kid is
You
actually
have my
normal.
attention.
Well, according to the neighbors, as well as everybody at this kid's school, they interviewed everybody from former teachers to guidance counselors to the principal of the school. They all said the kid was a normal kid. Straight A's, had a 1530 SAT score, had a scholarship.
1530?
1530.
16.
That's not normal.
Can we see what this kid looks like?
So was
He
awarded
looks like Elizabeth Warren. That's what he looks like.
was awarded a scholarship to Robert Morris University for engineering. So the kid wasn't, but they say that he wasn't the weird one. The parents are reclusive. The neighbors described Crooks' parents as eerie. I didn't know that the kid had a sister. Did you guys know that he has
No.
a sister that works as a janitor? And
When
people,
what a family.
when people have gone to
the
her
girl's
home,
the janitor?
when people have gone to her home to request that she comment on the story, a man will answer the door and always says the same phrase, the story is dead. So the family wants nothing to do with any of the media coverage. But then this comes out late last week. So remember, Trump's speech yesterday, that's Thursday. But just a week before, on Friday of last week, this is a report that comes out of the New York Post. Would-be Trump assassin Thomas Crooks may have had an accomplice, data shows, as investigators say the FBI is suppressing info. And what it is there is an investigator named Doug Hagman. He believes that Crooks did not act alone on July 13th and was part of a criminal network that still seeks to harm Trump. According to Hagman, he has done geofencing analysis on the electronic devices that have been linked to Crooks. And what those the geofencing shows is multiple locations, including Crooks' home, a rifle range, a rally site, and the high school. However, a device geolocated with Crooks is still pinging. The guy's been dead since July 13th. There is still a device that is pinging back geolocation information from Bethel Park High School. Hagman claims that he was actually escorted out of Butler County twice by either federal authorities or private security as he was trying to conduct his investigation. There is now a representative who is launching an investigation into the attacks. His name is Clay Higgins, who believes that Crooks acted alone, but he's criticizing the FBI's role in the assassination for obstruction, and that's what he's actually investigating. But do you guys believe that Thomas Matthew Crooks, the guy who shot Trump on July 13th, acted alone, or do you believe there's some sort of criminal network?
Not for a second.
He was a patsy.
100%. Dude,
Yeah.
you want my opinion, Robbie? I think Donald Trump, such a freaking threat to these demons, Adam, and I call them all demons, the deep
back at
state's
the
involved.
demons, okay.
Think about it. From Russia collusion, didn't work. Impeachments, didn't work. So guess what happened? China, our fucking arch nemesis, along with some actors like Fauci and all these guys, a virus comes out, BLM, George Floyd, and destroys. No matter, bro, if you're the president and a pandemic happens, I don't care if you're Jesus Christ, you lose, okay? So he lost the election. Now, the momentum's back and he's coming back in. All of a sudden, he gets shot in the head. And look at all the questions circle around this freaking MK Ultra psycho, which I believe, because guys, anybody else here a marksman? Anybody else here serve military and knows how to really shoot?
You are.
This guy, when you're
Who's
this
got two
guy,
thumbs?
That guy.
And I'll shoot you in the face.
that nerd,
Matthew
that
Thomas
nerd,
Crooks.
that nerd did not shoot President Trump. I believe that there was somebody else further back that was nasty on like the tower, water tower, or whatever. Because I saw some images up there of some blurry shit moving and the color change. That person, when you want to assassinate, Adam, a president, the king, you make a spectacle out of it. That's why CNN was streaming the first time ever. Out of all of his rallies, why was CNN? Why were they streaming? So the person, because Adam, if you want to shoot in shooting, and we're going because now Apex is open here. When you're shooting, guys, front sight.
just open?
Apex.
Of course,
Oh, great.
blaming it on APAC.
So guys, and just FYI for people out there that don't shoot, and Adam, hear me out. When you want to shoot a target, you put the sight or the front sight ports or the dot. It's called center mass because as you breathe, as you're looking through the sight, your body's doing this. So anywhere you pull the trigger, dead, kill shot. Okay, I almost killed. Kill shot. You shoot a 78-year-old man anywhere in the torso, he's dead. This is a cocky, very good shooter. But, and as I've always said this, you have your plan, Adam. Thomas Crooks and whatever demon up there had their own plan. God had a different plan when he said, look at this chart, my favorite chart, and he moved, okay? So then the assassination attempt with the guy from Ukraine, I believe, and guys, these are all my opinions, but all these C words, I don't like saying the word, can you say it for me?
Conspiracy.
Those words,
Oh, gotcha.
it's almost as if they're not theories anymore.
I like his
Guys,
better.
That's what I was thinking.
they're not theories. They're actually
Cuomo.
yeah, they're actually what they are. So I'm not gonna believe that some dorky white trash kid was walking around with a drone, with a rangefinder, with everything, and everybody ignored him till he got the fucking shot off. That's bullshit. And the second guy, Ryan Ralph, training in Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't want Trump to be in because he was going to do exactly what they're doing right now. I think it's all a fucking setup, but God's plan always wins, no matter what. Trump is supposed to be in, and he saved our freaking humanity, and that's it. Go
He
ahead,
needs to
Brent.
act aggressively though, because he's being too complacent with this. Like people like Clapper, John Brennan, even James Comey, like all these people
That's
are
them.
fighting for their lives, and like I think that he's still in danger because of them. So like he needs to like use the full force of the law to take them out while he can. Like I don't think he's being aggressive enough in doing that.
I agree with you. Brandon, I'm with you 100%. For the president, like, you're in charge.
Yeah.
You're in charge, Trump. You
Use
know what
it.
Donald Trump can do right now? Guys, stop this meeting. Where's Pam Bondi? By the way, Cash Patel has been quiet as shit.
Yeah.
Haven't heard one peep from him. Bring them in here and say,
I said it.
I want you, because guys, and Adam,
I said it.
people tend to forget, just because Cash Patel is there, he's the head of the pyramid. The employees are still a bunch of Trump-hating pieces of you-know-what. So it's very difficult because those are little factions inside the FBI. I'd bring them all in. I'd say, Pam, Cash, right now, because you guys have the fucking information, bring the CIA, bring the Secret Service in here. Who the fuck was this guy? Where were those cell phones going back to? I want answers now because they tried to blow my fucking head off. What is this? Maybe I might. Maybe if I can't release it.
Yeah.
This is some weird shit going on. I want to know the truth.
I'll give you my two.
Go,
my two
because we
cents.
got to move on.
I understand that. So, number one, if there's one person who has a vested interest in Trump being alive,
It's Trump.
It's Trump.
Yeah.
So he kind of wants to be alive. If there's one person that wants to find out exactly what happened when he got shot in the face,
Yeah.
or when the guy rolled up on the golf course,
It's Trump.
It would be Trump. If there's one person who holds all the cards to all the information, it's who? It's Trump. So to act like Trump isn't trying to find out what the hell's going on, doesn't have the leverage to pull it off,
Well, did you hear-
isn't motivated to
But
do
did you hear his
this.
hesitancy, Adam? He's saying
Okay,
maybe
so
they might.
maybe
Yeah, it's deeper than that.
there's deeper things going
shit.
on,
Oh.
and maybe he's not revealing his hand to you nitwits on the internet.
We're not a nitwit.
So
it's the
not you
American
guys.
public.
I'm talking about everybody else.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not just blabbing about everything. Do you remember there was one time, this was in his first administration, they go, so if you're going to attack, what are you planning on doing? And that's typically customary. Yeah. Here's what we're going to do. He goes, why the fuck would I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you a heads up.
Good point.
It's called a surprise attack, mother. So the odds that Trump knows exactly what's happening, has more information than he's revealing. Who do you think put Kash Patel in charge? Trump. Who put Pam Bondi in charge? Trump. Who put Tulsi Gabbard in charge? Trump. So Trump's pulling the motherfucking string.
Okay, so guess what? And I love that you made that point. Very good point. He better do it in 4 years. All right. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.